So John Boehner, of course, the Speaker of the House, leader of the Republicans in the House of Representatives, and he's part of the budget cuts, and is obviously in favor of budget cuts. Now, he might not be in favor of sequestration, which is what a deal that they struck with the Democrats. He doesn't like it because it doesn't have enough spending cuts on the domestic side, and that it has too much defense spending cuts. He doesn't like that, right? Well, he was greeted with some unique visitors and protesters today in his office. And they had a different complaint. They weren't worried about being armed. They were quite disarmed, as you're about to see. They were much more worried about cuts that would actually go to research for things like AIDS, which actually might help people. That research could lead to cure. It could lead to people actually improving their health and their lives. So obviously John Boehner has no interest in that. So here's what happened. It turns out that 7 naked protesters went to his office. They said, "We're coming to your house. We're coming to your house." So here they are. First tweet sent out there. Breaking: naked protesters stormed Boehner's office in protest to fiscal cliff budget cuts. Fun, but we haven't seen any asses yet. That's coming. Next tweet. Police move into Boehner's office preparing to shut down naked protest against fiscal cliff budget cuts. Apparently some of the guys showing some of the places they were cut. I don't know how naked they were, but you can pretty much tell from the next video, next picture. Next picture goes to, well, all right, well, at least we've got, backsides, no question about that. And there's, I believe, some sparkly letters or some sort of letters taped onto some guy's back, AIDS. But look, they're making their point, and it says, "Act up, fight back, fight AIDS," chant naked protesters and supporters in Speaker Boehner's office. Now, the main reason I'm doing this story, well, there's 2 reasons. One is substantive, which I'll get to in a second. The second is because I loved this chant that they had. Sahil Kapoor is reporting. He's in the office, and he hears them saying, quote, "Among their chants, Boehner, Boehner, don't be a dick. Budget cuts will make us sick." That's only the greatest political chant of all time. And by the way, literally true. Okay, the budget cuts will make them sick. The whole point of the spending is to make sure people are healthier. So what was the conclusion of this? Well, as Sahil continues to report, he says, the 3 female protesters were just arrested for indecent exposure. No word on the 4 male protesters. To me, that seems a little backwards. Okay. On the women front, I might say, let them go! Let them go! Well, they already all let it go. But no, listen. To the substantive point here, look, they got people's attention, and they got people to focus on something that they weren't focusing on. Honestly, I didn't know the degree to the cut that the cuts were in this particular area, right? So that goes to the last tweet here. So He'll explains, protesters say they're fighting over the $1.2 billion in cuts to HIV/AIDS funding under sequestration. So did you all know that there was $1.2 billion in cuts from HIV/AIDS research? Like I just told you, I didn't know that it was $1.2 billion. So it's an interesting way of getting attention. Obviously, they're willing to be arrested for it. Civil disobedience, they go in and they're willing to take their lumps. And so they got people's attention. They didn't do anything wrong. They didn't shout down anybody. They didn't throw anything at anybody. Okay, they just went and did a very unique protest that wound up getting the mission accomplished, which is to have people talking about, hey, wait a minute, is it a good idea to cut that research funding? So nicely done.